Hello and welcome to the audio newsletter of the 15th of February, presented by me, Michelle, and Sarah. This newsletter starts with a message from the NatRoad CEO, Warren Clark. In it, he talks about the Grattan Institute's recent paper, which called for an end to fuel tax credits for heavy vehicles in light of the move to zero emissions. And the week before, the media was speculating that the Albanese government was taking us back to the days of the Road Safety Remuneration Tribunal. Warren cautions that we shouldn't get ahead of ourselves on either issue. NatRoad has been party to broad discussions with the government about improving conditions and safety for road transport operators. Our industry is yet to see any details of any plans. NatRoad was strongly opposed to the former Road Safety Remuneration Tribunal and believes that any changes must not repeat the mistakes of the past. Individual contractors and owners alike must be treated fairly, and Australia needs a viable road transport industry. We will closely examine any proposal that's put on the table and keep you informed. Scrapping the fuel tax rebate would increase the effective fuel tax paid by truck businesses from 27.2 cents per litre to 47.7 cents per litre. It's not going to happen. Governments will need other funding sources for road maintenance once revenue from taxing fuel falls and electric vehicles become the norm. Our industry will do its part, but achieving net zero is like putting together a complex jigsaw, and right now, most pieces aren't yet on the table.
Recent High Court decisions on whether workers were employees or contractors have prompted the Australian Tax Office to release a new draft ruling and guideline. The law has shifted significantly since the High Court's decision. Businesses should seek advice to check whether previous classifications are still correct. Getting workers' classifications wrong may have significant impacts on pay-as-you-go withholding, superannuation, payroll tax, and reporting obligations. For fuller information on how to determine if someone is an employee or a contractor and what draft ruling says in detail, refer to your member newsletter for the full article, or keep an eye on our news and updates page.
As part of its 4-year review of modern awards, last year the full bench of the Fair Work Commission considered the absorption clause contained in all modern awards. This is the provision that monetary obligations imposed on employers by an award may be absorbed into over-award payments. The status of payments covered by an absorption clause has caused uncertainty for some employers. Under common law, set-off is when the employer pays an employee an amount that is higher than the award rate and sets off the over-award rate against monetary obligations in the award. Some employers say this allows them to set off any over-award payment against any employee entitlements in the award, such as overtime and penalty rates. Others say it was only intended to apply in the period of transitioning to a modern award, allowing employers to absorb resultant cost increases into existing over-award payments. NatRoad's advice is that members should review their set-off award obligations using common law principles to ensure they are not exposing themselves to a claim for underpayment of wages and allowances. As always, NatRoad advisors are here to assist members in navigating these issues should they need to.
Truck drivers did what had to be done during the pandemic to keep vital supplies moving across Australia. Yet Monash University's driving health study research highlights the significant and disproportionate health crisis facing Australian truck drivers, who account for 1 in 33 Australian men. The findings reveal high levels of obesity, chronic pain, and psychological distress among Australian truck drivers, demonstrated by 1 in 5 drivers aged under 35 reports severe psychological distress compared to 1 in 9 Australian men of the same age. Over half of the drivers are obese compared to the national average of 32.5%. Most common medical conditions are back problems with 34.5%, higher blood pressure 25.8%, and mental health problems with 19.4%. More than a third of drivers report pain lasting greater than 12 months. Drivers with 3 or more health conditions are at increased odds of experiencing a crash, and truck drivers are 13 times more likely to die at work than other workers. The Driving Health Project aims to develop evidence-based strategies to improve the health of Australian truck drivers and put together a list of helpful resources to support truck driving health and well-being. For the full list of these and other resources, see our news and updates page on our website or your membership email.
Another article in our newsletter mentioned the workplace reforms resources that we provide members to assist them with what will surely impact all businesses in 2023. Member-only webinars are being held to discuss and explain these changes and how to help your business. To access these, call us on 1-800-272-144 or email info@natroad.com.au.
As always, if you have any questions, queries, or would like further information regarding articles mentioned in this newsletter, please do not hesitate to contact NatRoad. We would like to thank Thermo King for sponsorship of this newsletter.